like the lighting right now, so I feel inspired to do a video. And I didn't have any idea in mind before doing a video. I just felt like I should talk about whatever came naturally, and what came naturally was what it is to be gay, lesbian, bisexual, transsexual in this time, in this age, in this grand shift of human thought and human consciousness. And it made me realize that I've never really articulated that in a video, and it feels right to do so. I have been surrounded by gay, lesbian, I'm sure transgender person at some point, all my life. I've always loved them. They were so awesome, and not just for their sexuality, of course, because no one person, nobody, is defined by their sexuality, but I always felt drawn to them because, and even before I fully understood the psychological, all of all of the, oh my goodness, where do I even begin? All of oh my goodness, all the hatred from other people that was so psychologically based. Even before I encountered that, homophobia and all of its crazy, ridiculous manifestations. Even before I understood that and came to respect LGBT individuals even more, I just felt naturally drawn to them because I felt such strength. I felt such unity with them. I felt such harmony with them. And it was only years later that I could finally articulate that as LGBT individuals are by far some of the bravest souls that have ever graced this planet. And I don't just mean in this time, but in all times. Especially in times past and there is ignorance abound today. Obviously not as much, and it's getting better with each passing day, so there's hope. Beautiful, beautiful hope and progress. But especially in the past, when crazy laws existed that penalized people for their natural sexual preferences and their natural way of being. These people are incredibly brave. LGBT individuals have incarnated in a form that has very much been discriminated against for many, many centuries, even millennia in some cases. And still today we've heard of violence, of bullying, of murder because of sexuality and because of sexual identity and identity of gender. I can't believe really I haven't done a video about this because it's so pressing in the world today that, LGBT individuals, if this is you who's watching, that you take hope and you take pride in who you are and acceptance and tolerance. Because truly, you are so very strong. You've been through such obstacles, such challenges of hate. And nobody deserves hate. But these individuals, I find, are discriminated by those who very often are those closest to them. Their parents, their family, their community, their society, their school, whatever. And these individuals are so incredibly, incredibly strong. All the stronger for it. And again, I find such peace and unity and harmony. Because I think after you've experienced such hatred from other human beings, that you really have to dig deep and find your inner core. You have to find out who you are. You have to love yourself, and you have to know yourself before you can love yourself. And I don't think there's really a better challenge to know yourself and to love yourself than to be denied love by another person, because you're forced to confront yourself. And I've seen so many gay brothers and sisters that have really undergone some serious challenges, even just in recent times, because of their sexuality and how uncomfortable they feel sometimes in their own skin, because of other people's psychological shit that they, throw at them. But again, this strength, this beautiful sense of self and purpose and love and courage to be themselves always shines through. And seen astrologically, again, this is a huge time of change. We are changing into an age, we're changing from an age of repression of sexual desires, repression of self, repression of love. And not just romantic love, but love of all sorts. Of universal love. And we're going into an age of individuality. Of love of oneself and love of everyone. Of seeing oneself in everyone. Of tolerance. Of appreciation of people's originalities and of people being themselves. There's nothing stronger than a person being themselves. It doesn't matter what other people say or think. When somebody's truly and uniquely themselves, unapologetically, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's the whole point of being here. Because only in being yourself can you love yourself. Only when you have the courage to stand up and be who you are, which is the hardest thing to do. Don't get me wrong, it's incredibly difficult. But that's ultimately what we have to do to embrace our fullest potential and our fullest happiness, our fullest fulfillment in life. It's to embrace exactly who we are and say, hey, family, friends, society, world, life, universe, this is who I am. And I'm sorry if you don't. No, I'm not even sorry, but as I said, I'm not sorry. And it sucks if you don't love me for who I am, or you can't express that love. You're confused about it for your own reasons. It's not my job to figure out your reasons, but this is who I am, and I'm not going to change. And I'll always love you, even if you throw hate in my face, because I know that ultimately you have love for me. You just don't understand it. You don't know how to express it. And so we're going into an age where we all need to stand up and be ourselves. To the T. No regrets, no inhibitions, just being ourselves. Embracing life to the fullest as creators, as, conscious beings. Loving, conscious, tolerant beings. To embrace our inner genius. Our inner mystic, the one who's connected to the whole, who understands how it all fits. We all have to do that. And again, I am constantly inspired by my LGBT brethren. I'm a straight man, but I've always identified with the LGBT people, individuals. And I love everyone for who they are, but goddamn, dude, I not only love these individuals, but I highly respect them. Because they've been through so much shit. And still go through so much shit in so many different ways. Confronting attitudes and bias and prejudices from other people, especially transgender individuals. So I have such incredible respect and admiration for the trials that you've gone through and emerged victorious from. That's pure bravery, pure courage. To be yourself so much, infinitely. That's fully embracing who you are. It's fucking incredible. It's so inspiring. And honestly, you're ahead of the curve in so many ways. You're ahead of the world in so many ways. And I'm sure you feel that in the hypocrisy and the contradictions present in those that, project their own psychological bullshit onto you, who spread hate, or at least attempt to. They're not going to be able to succeed. That's the beautiful thing, is this age is forcing us to wake up, forcing us to be conscious. And once you're conscious of yourself, you can't hide. And so all of those repressed bigots, and I find that it's usually the most repressed, the most bigoted people that are the most repressed about their own sexualities. I remember a couple, maybe a year and a half ago or so, I don't remember what, I think it was Pray the Gay Way. It was some ridiculous, insane hate speech group that was saying, you know, gay, bad, you know, typical bullshit. And the lead dude was obviously gay. It was just such a joke. It was just like, dude, how do you not realize that you're gay? It'd be funny if it wasn't. I mean, it's funny and tragic. That's what it is. You know, it's just so ridiculous that you just can't help but laugh to just deal with it, because it's just like, oh my god, fucking hell. I may be confused and shit, but at least I'm not the leader of this, you know, ridiculous organization aimed at spreading hate, and I'm spreading hate against who I am. You know, oh goodness. But yeah, like I was saying, LGBT individuals are far ahead of the curve when it comes to the Aquarian age. And I find that when I discuss metaphysical stuff like that, whether it be astrology or tarot or spirit and purpose, it's always, with LGBT individuals, they get it. They're advanced, you know, because I think you really, in a real way, you have to, in this day and age, perhaps in every day and age, you have to be willing to be yourself, even in the face of an entire society appearing, apparently, I should say, being against you. Because otherwise you're always trying to be liked, you know, because it worked in the past by compromising who you are. So in a very real way, you gotta take a stand and be like, you know what, I recognize that there's gonna be a fuckload of people that are gonna hate me. They're going to be extremely judgmental of me and attack me, even, for me being who I am, but I don't care. Because ultimately, it's my life, I am who I am, I have to live with myself 100% of the time, nobody else does. And I'm going to be honest, because only through being honest can I be happy. We all got to do that. And LGBT individuals, they're at the forefront of doing that. And again, that's why I find they're so advanced in so many ways, and they're so in tune with purpose. And, you know, I always see the pain of harsh words spoken, of harsh emotions directed towards them. But even more so than that pain, I see the joy, the absolute brilliant, beautiful, solar, Uranian joy that just seeps out of their being and their eyes. For them just being them, and them being that in tune with who they are, and free of contradiction, free of self-hate, you know, and full of self-love. It's really, being LGBT in this day and age is really a great way to tune oneself. You know, it's a great step. Just because of the raw experiences, I find that it lends to it's those who have those energies. And again, I'm not saying that LGBT people are better than straight people or whatever. I mean, again, that's the thing about this age, is everybody's equal. Everybody's beautiful for exactly who they are. But in a very real way, LGBT individuals, I find, it's incredible at the beautiful understanding that they achieve and they possess. Is there anything else? Can't really think of anything else. Yeah. Stay strong, be you. Infinite love to you, my friend. Namaste. You're an inspiration to everyone. Don't ever doubt it.